Hi guys, welcome to Excited for Journey. This video has been requested from my other channel, Excited for Coupons, because I've been talking about my trips, and if you know me and you're coming from that channel, you know that I love to save, and being in debt actually has been a reward because it opened the doors for me to learn about Dave Ramsey's method, which was the cash envelope, meaning I was only paying everything with cash. Then I found out about couponing, and I have been able to save from $5,000 to $12,000 a year in groceries, and then watching movies for free, and now traveling for free. And this is what this video is about. It's for beginners, and to get you started, exactly what was the door that was open for me that has brought my family a huge savings. I am not kidding, guys. Last year we booked a trip to we were going to Spain, but we stopped in London. We wanted to do kind of like a layover in London. And what we did was, when I searched the prices on its own from Florida to London, it was $3,000 per person. So for a family of three, or three people that went, our total would have been easily $10,000, but it wasn't round trip, it was one way. So you could just imagine if it was adding the other way, it was easily between $18,000 for three people just on the plane ticket. How did we pay for that? We paid for that using our credit card, our points, and it was free. We paid nothing out of pocket. And that's what I want to talk to you about. We have done a few trips already to Europe, even Hawaii, and all those trips we have done, we have not paid a dime out of pocket for our flights. In addition, we also have different credit cards that we use to pay for the hotels, because we do stay in different hotels in different places in Europe. So we have used some credit cards, some we use part points, some we use we pay half of it. Most of the times we pay probably $40 and the rest in points using our credit cards. So it is worth it. We have saved so much money with this method, and I want to get started. But before I get started, I want to let you know that the reason why I've been holding back about this is because when I started sharing more about how we had been able to travel for free, a lot of people were just getting the credit card, and then they started calling me and telling me how they have so much in debt. They were buying items with a credit card that they didn't budget on, so they were paying the minimum. So now they were getting in debt and they had no trip to show for that. So right there, it just let me know that not everybody should be getting a credit card right away. You should make sure that you create a budget, you set aside, you are responsible, you keep track of your finances is key. Just want to make sure that you know that if this is not for you, just make sure you get your finances in order. That way you know you keep track of everything, you know exactly how much you're supposed to be spending for each section, each area, each category, and then once you're ready, take on the responsibility and how to travel. Like I said, I really don't want you to go in debt. I want you to travel for free. So that's one thing. Another thing that people always ask the question is, what if we don't get approved? And I don't blame them, because we used to think the same way, because our credit score was low. We were in the cash envelope system. We were not using credit cards, and we were paying off the debt. So our credit score was really low, and that was what we were like, why we don't get approved? Right there, it comes that negativity, that fear. So okay, if you don't get approved, I'm gonna give you all the tips how to get started. If you don't get approved, everything that I mentioned in here, I wrote it on my blog, Excited for Journey. I'm gonna put the link, and right there is gonna give you the tips of how you could work so you could get approved. How do you get started? Well, we had to transition from cash to credit card. And that was a huge decision we had to make, because like I said, Dave Ramsey is really against credit card, but I really want to get those points. So what do I suggest for a beginner, for anybody? Actually, this is a credit card that we still have, and I always recommend to anybody who's starting, is the Chase Sapphire. Chase Sapphire has two separate credit cards. It has one that is Chase Sapphire Reserve and Chase Sapphire Preferred. One will waive the annual fee, which that's the one you're gonna get for $95. That fee is waived the first year, meaning that is free, and the second year and every year they're gonna charge the $95 if that's the amount that they stick to. Why do I love this credit card? This credit card, you will get 50,000 points. those 50,000 points you will get once you meet the requirement. And the requirement is very simple. You need to spend from $3,000, $4,000 to $5,000 in 3 months. I will say those amounts because it sometimes do change. Now I believe it's $4,000. So just make sure you read the requirement and that you are able to fulfill that in a period of 3 months. We try to do it in 2 months. That way we're not in the borderline in case they say, oh, you passed the 3 months. So just to play it safe, we try to do it at least on the first 2 months. So $4,000, if you think about it, is mostly the mortgage, which is what we paid, and every utility, everything that we could, we paid using that credit card. We paid everything with that credit card. Not meaning we go crazy spending, but everything that was on our budget on each envelope, instead of having by category in envelope in cash, we use a credit card for that. In my cash envelope, my car expenses is $300. So that I want to make sure that I spend that amount in my credit card. So if I have keep track of my budget, envelope versus cash versus credit card, it should be the same. That way I'm not going overboard with my budget. So that way I keep track of my expenses. So that's why being organized is key. So you make sure that you spend that amount so you will be able to reach those $4,000 if that's the amount in the requirement. Once you see the link, make sure that you do see big Chase Sapphire, 50,000 points, $4,000 requirement in 3 months, $95 is waived. Those are key. It's important. You have to see it. Why? And why you need to make sure that you select that link that I'm going to be providing in the description box. So once you reach that, and once you have been approved, don't get discouraged because you may get a note saying we will notify you through mail between 7 business days of the status of your application. That may mean that they're verifying it. They couldn't tell you right away if you was approved. Doesn't mean that you weren't approved. I have a post that I talked about how you could reach the minimum payment, giving you tips how you could reach it. And so if you need ideas how you could reach that minimum, I'm going to provide that in the link in the description box. That way you're able to get some tips. That way you'll know before you apply if you could reach the minimum. In case you feel like you're going to be a little bit off, just go over those tips and you know if that's going to help you pay it off, reach the minimum. The bonus points, now that you've been approved, make sure that you reach the requirements. So in less than 3 months, you charge up the credit card to those $4,000. They might give you a credit limit of $1,000. They might give you a credit limit of $2,000. So just make sure that you spend $2,000 doing those purchases that you already had in the budget. You pay them off. So that way your credit limit goes again to $2,000. That way you're able to use the other $2,000. So just remember that. Don't wait till the statement comes for you to make the payment, because then you're going to fall behind. 50,000 points are going to be added to your account. And on top of it, let's say you spend $4,000 in your credit card. That means you earn 4,000 points. I just couldn't believe. I'm like, for every dollar that I'm spending, I'm getting a point, free travel. So now you're going to have 50,000 points plus the 4,000 points earned for just spending $4,000 with your credit card. Now you have 54,000 points in your account. Now you can start planning to travel. So what we did was, the first year we got a credit card and we transferred those to Korean Air. But before we transfer that, we verified the steps, because this one does have a lot of steps for you to follow. I wanted to make sure that we were right, because you just can't be transferring your points. Just leave them there safe. Once they say transfer, we transfer it. So we have 50,000 points. That's how much you need to travel to anywhere from the US to Hawaii for 2 people round trip. So that paid off for our flight for 2 people round trip. The only thing we paid was for taxes and fuel, and that was for $44 we paid total, plus the 50,000 points. I love Chase Sapphire because it has a portal. This portal is kind of like saying you're a member, and we're going to give you an incentive. The prices are going to be much better if you purchase with us through the portal. The portal, you can find it once you open your account. Make sure it's online. You get the sign up information with your password. That way you're on top of your account. You get to see your balances, your transactions, and your total. You pay it through there as well. I love it because I keep track of that every other day. And you're gonna see a part that will say points or ultimate rewards or just rewards. Just click it and it's gonna take you to the portal. The portal will give you so many options for you to use your points. You can use it for travel. Actually, we spend our tickets to London. We purchased also our VIP tickets to go to the London Eye. And when we were gonna purchase it, I said, let me check the portal to see how much it was. And it was a lot cheaper with the portal and getting VIP tickets. So we got those. We didn't pay all of it with points. We paid with points and the rest cash, so it was still worth it. So the portal has a lot of benefits. It has Universal tickets, Disney tickets through there. You can use your points for that, but I prefer to use my points on travel because I feel like I'm getting more for my money as well. So now that you're ready, now you have to set a goal to see exactly what is your passion for your family. This Chase credit card will be transferred to different hotels just as well as airlines. It will show you which one are the ones in the portal, and you could transfer them to those if you like, but I prefer to use the portal, which is the one that I've used every year. Every time we travel, we search our tickets where it says it has flight. We put the destinations we want, and it will say 50,000 points for a round trip from here to there. And we have accumulated so much in the year that we pay for our tickets using those points. The good thing about Chase is that I had a Chase credit card just like my husband. We transferred to the other account, and that's how we were able to get make the transaction, book our flight with the Chase portal, and that's the one we use every time. We notice that it has been the cheapest. We get more out of our points. It's round trip, and we have been able to pay all our flights free using the Chase portal, meaning using the points from the Chase credit card. I also include, once you reach your points, once you know exactly where you want to go, once you know how many points you need for a flight for your family, I also have created in my blog, Excited for Journey, 7 easy steps how to book your trip using the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, which is where you book your flight. So I'm going to guide you through the steps. This is a video that I wanted to show you exactly because these are the questions you guys have been asking me. This is the beginners. This is what you need. Start working on that. If you don't get approved, that is going to be on my blog. It's going to show you step by step what you need to do. If you do get approved, start earning those credit card points. And then if you have any other videos that you would like for me to create to help you to see where is your destination, or any other comments or questions you may have, just provide them in the comment section. That way I could get started and create that for you. So this is, like I said, the best credit card, the beginners, the ones you need. Start with that, organize yourself, create a budget, and now you are on your way for getting free travel or travel for free. So thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, bye.